Hi, I'm Sean O'Keefe, the Bon Vivant, and welcome back. Today, entertaining with lemons and watermelon. It's a very wonderful time of year. Everything is ripe. Summer is beautiful. It's hot and sticky. No matter where you are, we're trying to find ways to cool down. The best way to cool down is with really the freshest ingredients that we can find at our local markets. And to highlight what's available seasonally right now, I've decided to use watermelon and lemons for entertaining salads and appetizers. First, let's start with a salad. We're just going to start by creating a bed of lettuce in the bottom of our salad bowl. It gives a lovely color on the bottom, and then people are able to take up the lettuce that they want to use rather than having to be given a set amount of lettuce beforehand. So that's a really lovely presentation to start. Just a simple bowl of lettuce on the bottom. Taking a mixing bowl, we're going to incorporate the remaining ingredients. Radishes again, tomatoes, watermelon, which we've cut into small circles, and then lovely Persian cucumbers, all put into the one large vessel. And we're just going to toss those around to mix them up a little bit loosely. And it's very simple. To highlight the flavors that are in all of these beautiful ingredients, we're going to make a very simple lemon-based salad dressing. We have fresh lemons, salt and pepper, mustard, and olive oil. So when making a classic French lemon and mustard salad dressing, it's important that we remember the steps appropriately. First, using Dijon mustard, and dilute the Dijon mustard a little bit with a couple of squirts of fresh lemon. In this version of the classic French salad dressing, the lemon juice is acting as the acid, allowing the vinegar to be omitted from this recipe. Mixing very gently the mustard with the lemon juice, you're able to dissolve and give yourself a nice loose dressing, and then a little bit of fresh olive oil. And we finish with salt and pepper, remembering that lettuce and the ingredients that are in the salad aren't able to hold the salt and pepper themselves. So by mixing them into the dressing, we're giving them something that they can help to stick to. Pour the dressing directly over all those beautiful fresh ingredients. Toss again a couple of times. It's really quite beautiful. And then we're going to ladle that directly on top of that bed of greens. Sink. And then we're going to finish this with a little fresh dill. Simple, beautiful, crunchy salad. It's a delicious way to start the summer. Put that to one side. Always remember to make your guests feel welcome. Always have the utensils placed in the bowl, ready to go. Next on our list of ingredients and watermelon and lemon entertaining, I've got a couple of simple appetizers for you. The first one, what we're going to do is take a slice of watermelon. Be very careful. What you've noticed I've done is I've just squared off the bottom of the watermelon so it's able to stand straight, and we're going to cut this about 1/4 of an inch thick all the way around. Taking a handy pre-measured slicer, we can cut out discs the size of a cracker and use the watermelon as a base for a delicious stacked canapé. Again, light and seasonal. These appetizers are very quick to do, very, very delicious. Just going to finish off with our last row of watermelon for this very simple and delicious summer appetizer. Directly on top of the watermelon, we're going to place a little round of goat cheese. Always place the goat cheese log in the refrigerator right before cutting. It just helps keep the goat cheese from crumbling as you slide it off your fork or off your knife onto the watermelon round. I'm going to take a little bit of fresh basil. We're going to make a chiffonade of basil. Chiffonade is an old French term that literally means torn pieces, and we accomplish this by rolling the smaller pieces of basil up inside the larger leaf and then cutting that basil very, very thinly to create these long decorative strands. I'm going to put a little bit of basil on top of each one of these. Watermelon and goat cheese bites. Just finishing that off. Really simple and lovely. And what I've done now, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of a balsamic vinegar glaze. Again, playing to the sweet and spicy. It helps elevate the flavor of the goat cheese, and it's really kind of a nice, pretty addition. To help your guests pick up your appetizers, always make sure you include a delicious looking little serving fork. And then this is a watermelon goat cheese with basil skewer. Our last little watermelon appetizer is going to have a combination of another one of my favorite cheeses, and this is sheep's milk feta. What I've done simply is taken the size of the piece of watermelon that I'm going to be using, measuring it off against the feta cheese, and then cutting it into exacting squares. I like to, in this as well, have the watermelon on the bottom, arranged however you would like, across the plate serving dish that you're working on, and then simply drop a piece of feta cheese on top of each one of those watermelon pieces. Something for your guests to help pick up the delicious appetizer. You're kind of getting a theme here. There's a salt and sweet feeling of summer that these appetizers and the salad incorporates. Makes us feel lovely and refreshed, keeps the salt going. To finish here, just a little tiny bit of chopped fresh chive. And if you would like, you could drizzle again with the balsamic vinegar, or you could finish it with perhaps a little bit of fresh olive oil. So easy summer appetizers and entertaining, incorporating watermelons, some beautiful salty cheeses, fresh garden, crisp vegetables, watermelon, and lemon. We'll see you next on the Bon Vivant with Sean O'Keefe.